Shout out Valiant Cashew for being the first commenter of my last video. If you only came to this video because you were looking for the link for the best GCam for the Redmi Note 10 Pro, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, I will have a link to that up on my website in the description down below, along with some answers to frequently asked questions. Hanoi is in the middle of another outbreak of the situation, and I've been dying to get outside. Unfortunately, all the parks are closed right now. Caught you sleeping. And that means that I'm limited to places where I can go film without traffic noise. Hopefully the traffic noise isn't too bad here. Filming on the Redmi Note 10 Pro 1080-30 because that is the only way for me to get electronic image stabilization on this device. 4K, there's no EIS. And that doesn't really change with GCam, which leads me to talking about the best version I've used, which is the BSG mod for the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Now, I've got a list with some things I want to highlight in regards to pros and cons after testing 3 or 4 different variations of GCam. Mitchell from the future reminding you that if you want to watch a comparison between stock and GCam on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, that video is linked up here. If you guys use Brave browser, you can go ahead and donate some of your cryptocurrency to me. And if you guys want to support me, you can use my affiliate links for any of the affiliates as well as Surfshark VPN listed in the description down below. Before you complain about me wearing a mask, 1, I have a mask. 2, I came to this specific area so that I could take off my mask and film. Just want to get that out of the way. After using 3 or 4 different versions of GCam for the Redmi Note 10 Pro, BSG is the best, and here are 3 reasons why. First, no XMLs to download or tweak. Just download the APK and it works fine. Reason number 2, no rooting, no other side loading, no other tweaks. It's just very, very simple. You download the APK, it works great. And then the third reason is 3 lens support. Now, I've used some other GCam mods that maybe get me slightly better results, like the Ultramate or the Parrot GCam mod, but not all of those support 3 lenses, and really I want GCam to just very easily take the best picture. BSG is best. Now, some reasons why this is not the best GCam mod is occasionally during low light night times it'll take too long of an exposure. That's even with the auto astrophotography mode turned off. I'll still get like blurry shots that are handheld. It can be slow to open the application. If I'm really like short on time, I need to snap a picture, GCam is not quick enough, it's not responsive enough for me to open it up, snap a picture. And then the next one is that metering on it is sometimes a little bit funky, where if we're in a situation like this today, if I take an HDR Enhanced Plus, if I take a night mode, if I take a regular shot, they all come out looking virtually identical without any change. Whereas, which is like, if the application knows how they want the image to look, there's nothing that you can do to alter that. God, this smells so bad. Ugh. I want to end this video by answering some commonly asked questions about GCam on the Redmi Note 10 Pro. First question I get all the time is, how big of a difference is it with GCam on the Redmi Note 10 Pro? For the main sensor at least, we see a bit of an increase, but it's not like it's a huge transformative difference. In fact, on my GCam comparison link up here, a lot of people commented that they preferred the way that the images look from the stock camera. Next commonly asked question is whether or not GCam on the Redmi Note 10 Pro can replace the stock camera app for all of your wants and needs. That answer is no. In fact, I would say that video on the stock camera app for the Redmi Note 10 Pro looks significantly better. And on top of that, I would never trust GCam on the Redmi Note 10 Pro with capturing a decisive moment. In fact, I find that its time to open can sometimes be a little bit laggy, and the time to process photos afterwards can render the camera unresponsive if you want to take a bunch of photos in succession. And overall, I just don't find it to be as reliable as an experience as the stock camera application. Third and final most commonly asked question is whether or not the GCam for the Redmi Note 10 Global or the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max in India is compatible with the regular Redmi Note 10 Pro with the 64 megapixel camera. This is something that I personally can't answer, but I think that the answer to this is no. They are different camera sensors, different camera modules between these two devices, which means that the programming, the things that go into making it work so well on this 108 megapixel sensor are not there on the lower end devices. If you've made this far into the video, I want to say thank you for doing so. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button. If you are in a group or you're on a Telegram community or you know people who have the Redmi Note 10 Pro who want to know about what the best version of GCam is, go ahead and send them this video. It goes a long way to helping my channel out. Peace.